Interesting, man. Cool. One other thing that I've been thinking about too, leading up to this conversation, I
Mhm.
would love to hear your honest feedback. Doesn't matter, we're on
Yeah.
a podcast right now. Just really tell me what you think about it. What was it like for you? And I guess because you learned a little bit, you'd seen Chase on some videos and stuff like that before you came to the Austin event.
Yes.
Yeah, so what was it like for you learning from me in contrast to Chase? What was that experience like?
I like the breadth of depth of knowledge from each of you because it's two different perspectives. And ironic because Black Horse, we did teach, you guys taught on the different perspectives and having certain perspectives. And so I guess it enhances the experience because we're seeing two different perspectives. We're seeing from somebody who's doing the teachings, but then somebody else who's gone through all the teachings and is number one student, but also, part of the dean, but you have your own perspective on it. So it's originating from somebody, but it's being receptive and um, back to originating in your own terms
Yeah,
from yourself.
yeah, it was quite the description. Just keep going, though. It's interesting for me to understand. That does make sense. So it's
Yeah.
kind of like you said, it's all coming from this central source, which is Chase, and
Mhm.
ultimately Chase. Some of the stuff he's developed by himself, and then some of it as well he's bringing from kind of the greats throughout history, right, that have developed this stuff with hypnosis or influence or embedded
Mhm.
commands or self-development or whatever the case may be, going all the way back to Plato. But uh, yeah, that's interesting to hear that it was kind of like hearing the same stuff from a different perspective, though. What do you feel like is the different perspective? Like, how do you feel like? Because I mean, I guess I'm so in my head, I'm just me, so I don't really know how it's from other
I
people.
think I think that it's a good thing because and it's not knock and chase, right? He's got so much in his head. One of the things at Black Horse was like, hey, like I heard from a couple people, hey, we understand this, but like there's a gap of complete understanding. Like they hear the front end of it, we see what the result should be from this, but then there's like this little bit of a gap. And whatever that gap may mean, it's just could be a little time, could be like, hey, and I've been a victim of this as well, and many other people that are super creative, probably even yourself and anybody watching, is that you understand something that it makes sense to you, so the smaller details get cut out of it,
Oh,
or
right. Yeah.
something that's very small could be overlooked because it's like the concept is already there, but to somebody else, they can't go from, one, two, three to six to eight to and so that one little number that's missed in there is like, wait, I'm kind of losing track because it doesn't make sense. They just don't have the complete understanding of it yet. Whereas you're essentially, and I guess, not to have a play in words here, but like the buffer in a sense, because the way you explain certain things, like I'm going back and I'm watching videos in grad school now that were some of the stuff that you had taught. It's good for repetition, but how you taught it in NCI two in Austin, like you did a phenomenal job at it, and I think that, and it's not, I'm not comparing the videos to this, but it's you broke the concepts down to where it covered every single point, and then you gave your own experience in with it, which was, I think, very valuable because it doesn't come out that way. But I guess understanding your position and how you got to where you're at right now, it could be all in my head, but at
Yeah.
the same time, I think that it brings a different breadth of understanding and knowledge to it because you've gotten the experience and the training. So you've gotten the training, but then you've got your own experience to add with it. Whereas the training is different from your own experience. These are two things that you're combining into one, where it's from two different people. It's your experience here. The training is coming from somebody else here in a sense.
Yeah.
Whereas Chase, it's one person. The training and the experience is one, and it's not good, bad, right, or wrong. But it does give that breadth of detail, additional detail, and a better understanding to it, I think. And I've seen a difference. I mean, Chase is so,
He's just so
it's like,
advanced. He's so
it's, yeah.
like things that he doesn't even think are a skill sometimes. It's like, oh, that's common knowledge. It's like maybe to you, but not
Yeah.
not to us. Yeah. 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 I've definitely found that for sure sometimes when I'm going through stuff. I'm like, wait, like, where are you getting that idea from? What's that based on? Because
Hmm.
to me, that is not obvious how you just made that logical extrapolation or whatever it is. Yeah.
Yeah, that's well said because that's what I was trying to get at. Is it's just the amount of knowledge that's in there. It's like, man, I mean, even if he opened his head up on some of the like he does in some of these trainings that he does, it's just like it's still it's almost like a condensed version. Where you take the condensed version and then probably bring it down like one more notch to,
Yeah, right. It'd be like a math problem where it's like Chase is not showing as many of his steps. Whereas like I'm like
Mhm.
breaking it down a little more elementary style. Like, okay, we carried the one over here, and then because of that, we got a two. Yeah.
And then on an even more rudimentary, it's like the concentrate orange juice that came in the can. Like you got to add all this water to it. Whereas like now we're just buying the concentrate in a half gallon that you just add a little water and it makes a full gallon. Like
Right. That's awesome, dude. Cool, man. Well, thanks for
yeah.
sharing your perspective on that. It's interesting for me to hear. And
Hmm.
good to know. It's definitely something I'll try to make sure that I keep doing is breaking out all those things into little steps because I've actually never really had a conversation with anyone before about that of
Hmm.
what they really found like was the difference and what were maybe some of the benefits that they found.
Yeah.
Because obviously I want to continue to get better as a teacher and helping people, so it's helpful for me to understand.